Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to World is Magic. My name is Will, and I hope you are all having a magical day today. Now, before I get into this card trick, I just want to say that we are this close to hitting 2,000 subscribers right now, and I just want to say a huge thank you. And once we get there, as I've promised all the time, we will do a big giveaway. Now, it will be the biggest one yet, so make sure that you like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel or tell your friends about this channel so that we can hit that 2,000 mark as soon as possible. Now, with that said, today I'm going to show you a great self-working card trick that I saw on YouTube a while ago, and I've tweaked it a little bit, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get into performance of this trick. So guys, for this trick, all I need is a deck of cards. I'm using the Bicycle Archangels for today's trick. I don't think I've used them before on this channel, so I thought I'll just bring them out for this little video for you guys. As you know, I love you guys so much, so why not spice it up a bit? We're going to start off by giving the deck thorough shuffles. Now, we can even do overhand shuffles. We can shuffle the cards however we like. You can take the cards and shuffle them however you like. The point is that the cards are supposed to be extremely, that was horrible, shuffled, all right? Now we're going to start off by doing a Klondike shuffle. Now what that is that you take the bottom card and the top card, and you put them together and you put them down. So bottom card and top card, and you put them down, just like that. It's pretty simple. Now you can go through a couple of these. It doesn't really matter. And then I would have you do the same thing so you can practice it. So you take the bottom card, the top card, you place them down. And then you go through how many cards you like. So whenever you like, you can stop. So let's say you go through that many cards maybe. So now we got your pile and we got my pile right over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and give my pile a quick little, whoops, sorry about that. Quick little overhand shuffle as well. And then we're going to do the same with yours. So we can go ahead and give yours a little quick overhand shuffle. And then we can even do it with the last pile if we like to. I mean, the point is that we like all the cards to be extremely shuffled. So once I gather up all these cards, every single card is in a random position. There's no setup, there's no anything. We can't figure out where the cards are. We have a genuinely shuffled deck of cards. Now from this point, I'd like you to cut off about 2/3 of the deck. So let's say you cut it right there maybe. And then after that, I'd like you to cut 1/3 of the deck. So let's say you cut the cards right there maybe. Now, the middle card is going to be your selected card. Now, I can confidently say that there's no way any one of us can know what that card is, because you cut a certain amount of cards on this or a certain amount of that. If you would have changed anything, it would have changed the whole thing. So I'm going to show you the middle card, and then I'd like you to remember it. I'm going to try not to see myself. You got it? All right, I'm going to place it straight back on the deck, and then I'm going to turn back, and we're going to give the cards a quick little cut. Now, I'm going to do it twice just to make sure that there's no setup, there's no creases, we don't know where the cards is. From here, I'm going to try to find your card using only luck. Now, my first lucky guess is going to be, I'm just going to look through and see if I get a feel for whichever card you have. So I'm going to take the deck or the pack, and I'm going to look through. And I'm going to see if I can get a sense of where your card is. So, wow, this is going to be hard. All right. Maybe one. No. You know what? Wait, hold on. Maybe. You know what, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. There's like 40 cards in that deck, so there's no point of doing this. What we could do, though, is that we could, since you picked a random amount of cards, right? So you picked a random amount of cards to put in this pile, and if we count out those cards, maybe, if we're lucky, it will match the number of your card in this deck. So if we take these cards and count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cards. And then we take this pile and we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The 17th card, hopefully, if we're lucky, should be your 5 of hearts. Now that was the trick, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Now let's get into the tutorial of this trick. So this trick, guys, is, as I said, self-working. You don't have to do pretty much any sleight of hand if you don't like to. Now, there's a lot of shuffles going on, so we're going to go through it step by step. It's going to be a longer tutorial than usual, I believe, but I'm just telling you it's worth it at the end. If you hear something beeping, it's my dishwasher that is going off since I paused it because I had to film this video and it's not really happy about being paused. So sorry about that, but that's just life sometimes, you know. We got a normal deck of cards, 52 cards, and then we're going to go ahead and give the deck a quick little shuffle to start the trick off. Now, you're going to do a interaction between you and the spectator, so you'll shuffle the cards and they'll shuffle the cards. When they've done shuffle the cards, however you like to do it, if you like to hand them an overhand shuffle or anything, you're going to take a peek at the bottom card. Now, just to make this a lot easier, we're going to pick the Ace of Spades as the bottom card. That is going to be your key card for this whole trick, so don't forget that bottom card. Now, you might not want to just flip it over and say, all right, so this is going to be my key card. You want to get the deck back, you do a little hand motion, you take a peek at that bottom card as you're doing it, explaining what's going to happen. You put it on your mind, you remember it, and then I'm going to put the Ace of Spades somewhere, probably up here, as the key card for this trick in the tutorial box right here. So Ace of Spades is the key card. Now you're going to do a Klondike shuffle. Now what that means is that you're peeling off the bottom card, your key card, and the top card. And then you're putting those two at the bottom. This way secures that your key card is always going to be at the bottom. Now you want to count out 20 cards this way. So that's 2, that's 4, 6, 8. Now you want to do this in a way that it doesn't seem like you're counting down 20 cards exactly. So you tell them, all right, so we're going to do this once, twice, 3, 4, and then, you know, you can just go through a couple of these to get a feel for it. Now that should be 20 cards if I count it correctly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now once you've counted 20 cards, you put those aside and you tell the spectator to do the same. So you hand over the deck, they'll take the bottom card, the top card, and they put it down. And then they can do this for however long they like. They can do this for the whole deck if they like to, but let's say they start right there, keeping a couple cards. And then you tell them, right, so I'm going to take my deck, and you can do the same, and we're going to shuffle these together. Now, I like to do an overhand shuffle, keeping that bottom card on the bottom. Now, the way I do this is that I put a bit of pressure using my ring finger and little finger, is that a word? Yeah. Middle, ring, and little finger, and then I peel off the whole middle pack, keeping a card on top and keeping the card on the bottom, and then just a simple overhand shuffle with the rest. Now this way it looks like you're overhand shuffling the cards, but in reality all you're doing is shuffling every card above that bottom card. And then the spectator can do the same. Now this could be a normal overhand shuffle. So they're just shuffling the cards. And then you can even take, if there are any cards left, you can take these and shuffle these as well. And now you're going to gather these cards from your pile, their pile, extra cards. So your pile with the key card on the bottom, it's going to go on top of their pile. And then that pile is going to go on top of the extra cards. This way makes it so that your key card is at the 20th position from the top. All right, that is important to remember. The key card is in the 20th position from the top. Because what you're going to do now is you're going to ask the spectator to cut up about 2/3 of the deck. So you're going to ask them to go below that key card, so maybe around there. You're going to place these cards right here. Now you're going to ask them to cut 1/3, so 1/3 of what's left, so maybe about there. And you're going to place these cards right over here, have the big chunk of cards in the middle. This card should, or this pile should contain your key card now. That is important. It should also contain approximately more than 20 cards. If it doesn't, then they've cut it wrong, and there might be a solution, but I haven't really played around with it enough to find it. But you should have more than 20 cards in this pile, pretty much. So you're going to tell the spectator, all right, so you got to cut the cards wherever you like, first of all, then the second time. So whatever this card is could be completely random. Like, nobody knows it. It could have changed if you cut one more card or one less card. It is a completely random choice, which it actually is. So you're going to ask them to take a look at it. In this case, this is the 3 of diamonds. You're going to ask them to place it back on deck, and then to give this pile a cut. Now just to solidify the randomness, you're going to ask them to make another cut and then bring the deck back. Now you're going to tell them that, all right, so we're going to take a lucky guess here as a magician on what your card is. Now I'm going to do that by just looking through the cards. And hopefully the card will give something to me. I don't know, make a story up. It doesn't really matter what you say, just make something fun out of it. You're going to look through these cards, and what you're looking for is your key card. In this case, our Ace of Spades. You don't know what their card is, in this case the Three of Diamonds. You only know what your key card is. So you're going to look for your key card, and you want to place it at the 19th position from the top. Not the 20th, but the 19th. So in this case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14th card from the top. That means you got to bring 5 cards from the bottom to the top of the deck. Now the way I like to do it is I'll first of all go through and count the amount of cards until I found my key card. So in this case, I will count 1, 2, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so we got 14 cards. If you do the math, 19 minus 14 is 5, so I got to bring 5 cards from the bottom to the top. So then you go through the deck and you, as you're doing this, you're making some kind of performance. So, all right, you know, this is extremely hard because this are a lot of cards right here. Maybe that one, maybe that one. Could those be something? And then you got 5 cards in your hand. So anything simple like that will do the trick. You place these 5 cards on top. So now you're set with, you got 19 cards above, or 19 cards including your key card. So this pack should equal 19 cards. Now once you've done with this, you're going to set the deck back and say, you're right, this is too hard. I can't do this. It's too many cards. They're all giving me different signals. There's no way I can figure it out. Now remember, you don't know what their card is. You only know your key card at this point. So even if they see all the cards, I mean, they're not going to figure out that you placed the key card at the 19th position because they don't know about it. They're only going to see their card and say, all right, it's in the mix somewhere, but nothing more than that. So you're going to take this pile and you're going to put it towards the extra pile, or the first pile that you cut off. So not the third at the end, but the last or the first pile that you started with, pretty much. Because this pile that they picked off last, you're going to say that, all right, so let's try to do this in a more random way. You cut off a single packet and put it to the side, right? And if we count down those cards, hopefully we can get a match in this pile. So you count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You grab this pile, and you can have the spectator do this as well. They count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card, or the same card as that pile, is always going to be their card if you put it in the 19th position from the top. So just to backtrack, you have your key card at the bottom. You do a Klondike shuffle to get it to 20th. You place the key card at the 20th position from the top. You make the first cut. You make the first cut being 2/3. You make the second cut being 1/3 of what's left. They pick a card. You look through your key card. You put it at the 19th position from the top. You gather these two guests together, putting the bigger pack on top of the smaller one. You count down these cards, and then their card will always be at that position in this deck. So as I said, guys, it's a super easy card trick that requires a lot of shuffling, but there's a lot of freedom of what you can do as well with this trick. You can go ahead and do different kinds of shuffles. You can have a shuffle lesson for the audience. You can have a lot of fun with this type of trick that doesn't require a sleight of hand, in that, well, most of it doesn't require a sleight of hand. But you can make it a lot more advanced and a lot more intuitive for the spectator. Now, as I said, guys, we are so close to hitting 2,000 subscribers. I can't believe it as I'm talking about it. There will be a giveaway, as I've always said. There will be a bigger giveaway as well. So if you do want to enter that, please make sure that we hit the 2,000 subscriber mark, and tell your friends and family about it. I mean, the more interest, the better, pretty much, right? So if you did like this video, please show up and hit the like button, comment on what you guys want to see in future videos. And as always, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and turn those notifications on. I wish you all a magical, magical day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.